If you're in your 40s or 50s or older and you want to dress better than most 20-somethings, this video is for you. We're going to talk about what older guys should avoid wearing, and we'll look at an example of one celebrity who I think makes the fatal mistake of trying too hard to look younger. Then I'll share some expert advice from 4 of the most stylish guys over 40 who I know, and I think you might know a couple of these guys too. Finally, we'll look at a few things that older guys can do to look a little bit younger without going overboard. Before we get into it, thanks to today's sponsor, The Great Courses Plus. The Great Courses Plus is a subscription, on-demand video learning service with lectures and courses led by the top experts in various fields. I'm talking about Ivy League professors and experts from places like the Smithsonian and National Geographic. With your subscription, you get access to a library of over 11,000 videos on topics like fitness and science and cooking, photography, or really anything else that interests you. Now, over the past few years, I've been taking fitness much more seriously, but I don't have any formal education in fitness, and while I do watch a lot of YouTube videos about working out, I really don't know what's going on inside my body when I'm exercising. So I've been taking this course on the Great Courses Plus called Physiology and Fitness. It's taught by Dean Hodgkin, and let me tell you, this guy is the real deal. He's a 3-time world karate champion, international public speaker, and he's even worked with brands like Nike to help train future NBA players. So if you're used to watching fitness videos on YouTube, this is a whole different level. It's an actual course. And it's helping me understand not just what to do in the gym, but why I'm doing it. Like, what's actually happening to your muscles when you're lifting weights? And what does stretching actually do? For example, I learned about something called collagen creep, which is the physiological response that gives you a little bit of relief after you've been holding a stretch for about 6 seconds. And just knowing that, just knowing what's actually going on while I'm stretching, gives me a lot more confidence to hold a stretch and to take my mobility practice much more seriously. So if you also want to learn more about fitness or really anything else, the Great Courses Plus is offering a free trial which you can use to complete a full course or even 2 or 3 courses. So if you want to start learning, you can show your support for this channel by trying out the Great Courses Plus. Just visit thegreatcoursesplus.com/modest or click the link down below in the description to start your free trial today. Okay, before we get into the tips, I just want to say that being an older guy doesn't mean that you have to dress in a certain way. You know, the way you dress is influenced by your lifestyle, what you do for a living, and just your personal preferences. But for most older men, age does play a role in personal style. You know, you want to look cool, but you don't want to look like you're trying too hard to look younger. So to this end, here's a quick list of things to avoid. Distressed jeans or jeans with any sort of overt fading or tears or rips or stains. Graphic tees, sandals and flip-flops, baseball caps, or at least baseball caps with logos worn backwards. Any clothing with large logos or obvious branding. Hooded sweatshirts, denim shorts, basketball sneakers or tennis shoes when you're not playing basketball or tennis. Overly trendy hairstyles, tight-fitting clothing, and baggy clothing. Come to think of it, I feel like most guys should actually avoid most of the things on that list, but it's especially true for men in their 40s, 50s, and beyond. Let's look at an example. Robert Downey Jr., incredible actor, nothing but respect for the guy, but when you see him on the red carpet, in a suit, he's always wearing sneakers or like high tops with his suits. And I feel like he's doing this as an attempt to look young and hip, which is unnecessary because he already is cool. And I think wearing these high top sneakers with suits, especially if the suit doesn't fit really well, it's actually backfiring and it's taking away from his image. It's like when a little kid wears a suit and a tie. He's not tricking anybody into thinking that he's actually an adult. In fact, the formal outfit kind of emphasizes how young he actually is. So the question is, as an older guy, what should you wear? Well, I reached out to some of the most stylish older guys that I know. Here's what they had to say. Jeff Morgan from the Style OG says that older guys should invest in high quality, timeless pieces like a navy blazer or dark wash denim or brogues. He says that you shouldn't chase trends, but it's okay to be in the know. If you keep an eye on what's going on, you can adopt those subtle fluctuations in silhouette and colors and details that change from one season to the next. Jeff says that doing this will have you looking well-seasoned and in-season. What can I say? The man has a way with words. Jeff says that two of his favorite brands are Uniqlo for your basic clothing items and Beckett Simonin for timeless, high-quality footwear. And of course, I will link to both of these brands down below in the description. Next up, John Galfano from 40 Over Fashion says that older guys should stick to wearing dark, solid colors. He says that dark, solid colors pretty much all work well together, so this makes putting together an outfit very easy. John also likes that dark colors are slimming, and I know you've heard this before, but it's true. Lighter colors reflect more light and they make you more bulky, like you're taking up more space, and dark colors have the opposite effect. And by the way, John is a professional photographer, and so he knows what he's talking about. John recommends experimenting with black, shades of dark blue, burgundy, and brown. He says that if you do wear patterns instead of solids, go with small, subtle patterns and low contrast patterns. So think like medium blue and dark blue versus dark blue and white. Two of John's favorite places to shop for older guys are Nordstrom and Banana Republic. Brett Hoffer from Silver Fox Collective has one very specific tip that I think is crucial for older guys. He says that if you want to boost your confidence and not look like your grandpa, you should avoid wearing actual athletic shoes with jeans. And by athletic shoes, he means actual like tennis shoes or basketball shoes or trainers that are meant to be worn while you're playing a sport or exercising. Basically the Steve Jobs look. Brett doesn't think that these are attractive. He doesn't think that they're a fashion statement unless you're into the streetwear look, which probably isn't the best aesthetic for guys over 40 anyway. Instead, get yourself a pair or two pairs of minimal leather or suede sneakers. Think like solid white, solid black, or black with a white sole. These are going to look good with any shade of denim, pretty much any color chino you like to wear, and any pair of casual shorts. Brett believes that this is the only pair of casual shoes you really need. It's going to look good with any outfit when you're not dressing up, and I agree 100%. Finally, Eric Rodriguez, a menswear enthusiast and model based in Brooklyn, says that older guys should try to upgrade their shirts and their headwear. Eric says that it's time to move away from those graphic tees and to something a little more mature, like something with a collar and buttons. For example, the Oxford Cloth Button-Down, or OCBD, is the perfect middle-of-the-road shirt that can be worn untucked with the sleeves rolled up, it can be worn tucked in with a jacket over top, and it's a definite upgrade from a graphic t-shirt. Eric also recommends upgrading your headwear, so if you're used to wearing baseball caps, especially backwards baseball caps, try something like a flat cap or a fedora or a trilby. And if you don't like the idea of like a fedora, there's a lot of different types of wide brim hats that have different sizes and shapes and silhouettes. So, try one on, you might be surprised. Eric wears these kinds of hats all the time and he looks awesome. Very like Thomas Shelby from Peaky Blinders or Mad Men's Don Draper. And by the way, all four of these guys are friends of mine. I know them well. They're great guys. So if you don't follow them, I'll link to all their profiles down below in the description so you can check them out. Okay, so we've talked about what older guys should avoid wearing. We've heard from the experts. So real quick, let's go over 4 things that older guys can do to look a little bit younger without overdoing it. Number 1. Wear blue. Now this is especially true for formal wear like suits and jackets, blazers, sport coats. Blue is a more youthful color than gray and it will make you appear younger. So when you're dressing up, if you do want to look a little bit younger, try going for blue and navy instead of gray and charcoal. Just look at Ralph Lauren. He's always wearing that navy blazer and light blue jeans, and obviously the man knows what he's doing. Number 2, add pops of color. Small pops of color, even just one, can give any outfit a more youthful vibe. And these can be subtle or they can be bold, like Nick Wooster's yellow shoes. Now, if you do wear something like that, I recommend keeping the rest of your outfit on the more neutral, subdued side. Number 3, change your hair. Try trimming down your beard, or if you've always been clean shaven, try growing a beard. If you've had short hair for a long time, try like the medium length swept back look. I think that's an awesome hairstyle for guys in their 40s and 50s. And if you've had longer hair, try going with like a short cropped textured look. And this is especially great if you're starting to lose your hair or if you have thinning hair. And number 4, trim the fat. So I know that right now more relaxed kind of drapey silhouettes are in vogue, but the truth is closer fitting, more tailored clothing is always going to be a more flattering look, especially for older guys. And so I recommend going to the tailor, get your shirts taken in, get your sleeves shortened if they need to be shortened, and your pants hemmed, and just kind of trim the fat from around your outfit, and I promise this will make you look a little bit leaner and a little bit younger. Honestly, that's always been my number one style tip, and it will always be my number one style tip regardless of age, is to find a tailor that you can trust and start getting your clothes altered for a better fit. And that's it. That's my best advice for how to look good in your 40s, 50s, and beyond. And remember, this is all just guidelines. There's no hard and fast rules. And even if you do consider these rules, it's important to learn them, but then feel free to bend and break them. Most importantly, dress in a way that makes you feel like $1 million regardless of your age. And I'd love to hear from you. If you have any extra tips or questions for me, leave them down in the comment section below. Thank you as always for watching, and until next time, stay stylish.